All right, thanks, man. Guys, pizza's here. I wish Pizza Nut could fit my macros. Really? Thanks, dude. What is going on, guys? Will here. Welcome to the video. So you guys know I like to eat a lot of food, but unfortunately food has calories, and if you eat too many of them, you're just gonna get fat. But luckily, all these companies are coming out with low-calorie alternatives of the foods that we love, so we can eat them all the time. So for the next 48 hours, that is all I'm gonna be eating, low-calorie alternatives. And throughout the video, we're gonna be rating them through taste, value, and satiety. And by the end of the video, we're gonna be rating them from the best to worst. Okay, so first thing we gotta do is obviously pick up the food. So I'm at a place called the Low Carb Grocery. They have just tons of low calorie stuff. And when it comes to low calorie food, it's very, very expensive. You gotta choose. You wanna be broke or you wanna be shredded? I choose shredded. So we're gonna go in, get food for the next 2 days and see how much it's gonna cost me. $100. Now, I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, there's no better way to start off your morning than with a black coffee and a morning nut. So the first thing we're making slash just putting together is some granola, specifically this nut and flax granola from Sensato that I picked up. This was actually the most expensive thing I got. It came out to $10.49 with some fruit on the side. And looking at the packaging here, like look at the color that they're showing, look what I'm getting. It's leaving me a little bit disturbed. Now the thing with granola is that people seem to think it's a great diet food, but it actually has tons of calories and tons of sugar. And this one here has, per serving, which is a half cup, you're looking at 163 calories, 12 grams of fat, 17 grams of carbs, 15 grams of fiber per serving, which is insane, 0 grams of sugar and 6 grams of protein. The thing with granola is that it's a lot like online dating. It looks good on paper, but once you see the final result, you are sadly disappointed. So the serving size is 42 grams. So let's see how much this actually gives me here. Oh, there's some big pieces. And that's it. So visually, this granola doesn't overwhelmingly excite me like typical granola would. Not very crunchy, not sweet at all. So you would think that when something is sugar-free, it's like, where are the chemicals? Are the chemicals gonna turn up? But there's actually no chemicals in this. It's completely sugar alcohol free, which is kind of nice. So very subtle, and I guess you know what that means. Taste-wise, out of 5, I want to give that a 4. It wasn't quite sweet enough, and I like a crunchier nut. In terms of the value, I don't really think it was worth it. $10.49 for the amount I got. Don't think it's worth it. In terms of satiety, I guess we're gonna have to find out after my workout. Okay, so it's time for my last set of squats. I have 350 pounds on the bar, hoping to get around 4 to 6 reps. So my first set, I did 315 for 12, then I bumped the weight up to 325 for 10, then bumped the weight up again to 335 for 8. So this is the heaviest I've gone since my knee injury back in March. So feel good, my knee's feeling pretty good, but I'm still not gonna push it because I don't wanna injure myself even more. The leg workout went really well. Hopefully I can get back to squatting over 4 plates again soon. So the current time is just about 2:30, which means I haven't eaten for many hours. So in terms of satiety, the granola is pretty good. So with I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5, plus the 4 out of 5 for the taste, and then the 2 out of 5 for the value. Just looking at around 11 out of 15, so pretty good. So I need to go out and run a few errands. So before I have lunch, I brought these with me on the road for a snack. So I have the Quest tortilla protein chips loaded taco. When I saw that, I was like, Quest, you're just speaking to me because I love me a loaded taco of all kinds. And then I also have this one, which I've never seen, Better Snacks, like Todd's Better Snacks. So it's white cheddar, hardly know her. So we'll start with this one. So this one has 10 grams of protein per serving. Cheddar really isn't coming through from the initial sniff. They definitely cheaped out on the cheddar. You can't really taste it. It just tastes like a savory corn pop. Okay, moving on to the Quest chips. So this one's 32 grams. The other one was 33. And this one has 19 grams of protein, so almost double the protein. So it looks like the Quest wins the chip showdowns. And this is a pretty intensive flavor profile, especially for a chip. Like, how are you gonna achieve that meat flavor in a chip? Oh, wow, that smells good. Hello. Oh, that salsa is coming through. I can even taste lettuce, which is kind of weird. I thought especially with like a loaded taco type of thing, all you would kind of taste is like nacho cheese, but everything is coming through. You gotta wonder how they do this. And like all the ways I've experienced loaded tacos in my years, this has to be the most interesting. This is my first time having Quest chips and they're sick. Highly recommend. Lunch time. So the thought of lunch was just flirting with me in my mind during my errand. So I had to get both of those chips, probably a 2.5 out of 5 in terms of satiety. So the total scores will be somewhere on the screen right now. So for lunch, I am super excited because if you guys know me, you guys know I absolutely love cheese. Like a block of cheese would be my birthstone. So this is what we got going on here. So we have this mac and cheese, and on the front it says, less calories, more fiber, better than standard mac and cheese in every way, which is pretty bold, but I like it because I don't sell it for a standard meal and neither should you. And this thing has an aggressive amount of fiber. So let's pray for the plumbing today. So per serving, which is 3 servings, I guess I'm eating for a family of 3, each serving is 150 calories, so 450 for the bag, 1 gram of fat, 50 carbs, 25 grams of fiber per serving. So 75 grams in this thing right now, which is pretty hard to believe actually. And then 27 grams of protein. Okay, now let's dress this bad boy up. So the cheese, let's give it an initial sniff. Smells like Katie, smells like a singular cheese, not a 4 cheese bun that I desire. Yep, just cheddar, so we're gonna put that in. To test if a mac and cheese is actually good, of course you want it to be creamy, of course you want it to be cheesy, but you want to hear for that sound. Yeah, it's got the sound. You can definitely taste that there's something to it, more than just traditional mac and cheese. Again, there's 75 grams of fiber in here. It's pretty good though. Not that rich, but that is a solid substitution for mac and cheese. Especially for this whole thing being $4.50, I think it's worth it. Are you guys fans of ketchup on your mac and cheese? Comment down below. I used to be, but now I'm not. I just like to fully like submerge myself in just cheesiness. I don't really know why, but I'm only 4 bites in and I already feel kind of full. Maybe the fiber's just getting to my head right now. I've never been defeated by a box of mac and cheese before. It's not happening today. Fun fact, guys, my dad loves mac and cheese. It's his favorite food in the world. You wanna try some?
He's right off camera.
He's right off camera right now.
It's okay, thank you.
I'm feeling grossly full right now. So I kind of want to like super like it on Tinder. Give it a 6 out of 5 in terms of satiety. You guys know we can't leave a drop. I've always been taught that. Quick little update. So it's just about 6:30 right now, and usually by this time my consciousness is like, Will, time for dinner, dude, but not today. Like I'm so disgustingly full. Like I feel like I have this like brick of mac and cheese just sitting inside my stomach with no plans on leaving anytime soon. Like I am quite aromatic, not in a good way if you catch my drifts, which is why I'm sitting in my basement distancing myself from my family because I'm producing lots of gas to the point that I'm probably gonna go airborne pretty soon. So that mac and cheese is quite the diet hack, I must say. Like if you had one of those, I'm pretty sure I could do OMAD with one of those mac and cheeses, to be honest. So my plan right now is just edit, chill, see if I get some sort of an appetite, and I'll check with you guys soon. Okay, so it is currently 7:45. Am I hungry? No, but I'm gonna eat anyway. So as you guys know, I usually have pizza in the form of pita pizzas, and the pitas that I usually use are these ones right here. I usually have 2 of them, and per pita is 160 calories, so 320 calories for my pita crust. And I'm gonna swap this out today for this hold the carb pizza mix. So per 1/8 of the pizza, you're looking at 50 calories, which means this comes out to 400 calories in total. So there's more in this than what I would typically have, but what I'm hoping for is that this makes a bigger, more circumferenced size pizza. So all I have to do is add 5 egg whites, 1/4 cup of water, and a tablespoon of olive oil, which is optional. So what I'm probably gonna do is not put the olive oil in and just leave the pizza crust in the oven a little bit longer so it gets crispy anyway. So the ingredients in this are almonds, cheese, soy protein isolate, rice protein isolate, pea protein isolate, hemp protein concentrate, spices and herbs. So pretty much just a vegan protein orgy with spices and herbs. So I didn't expect the pizza dough to look like this. Obviously, I don't think anyone really would. So I thought it was gonna be more like an actual pizza dough where I could form it onto a pan, but I can't. And instead I needed a 12-inch pizza pan. I don't have a bunch of those lying around the house. So I'm just gonna pour it into this. So it's probably gonna be pretty thin. All right, so 20 minutes later, let's see what these crusts look like. Jesus, almost lost my eyebrows. Oh wow, so they actually puffed up quite a bit. So it looks like we actually have a good sized pizza. That's a really thick crust actually. Okay, I'm gonna be very conservative with my toppings because I don't want it to be like the other pizza incident we had. So just gonna be very careful with the toppings. If I have any leftovers, eat them on the side. So I think I did just say a couple minutes ago that I wanted to be conservative with my toppings, but look how thick this pizza is. So let's see if it holds up. So in terms of size, this thing is quite on par with my pitas. This is a pretty girthy pizza, might I add, as well. It actually stays together here, which is really nice. All right. The crust is a bit spongy. It's like very eggy, I guess, from all those egg whites. So this thing came out to $5.99 per pack, whereas my pitas came out to 88 cents per pack. I get 5 of them. So is this worth it? I think totally not. It's very expensive. Take a look at that. Very like cakey, as you can see. But it holds everything pretty well. There's a lot of toppings on this. So it just went on 10 o'clock at night, having myself a cup of black coffee. Yes, I know I'm a freak, but guess what? It doesn't affect me. And usually with the coffee, I have something sweet. Most oftentimes it's ice cream. But when I went to the store the other day, I made eye contact with Lily and I was like, I just have to taste her. So we have the Lily's salted caramel milk chocolate style bar here. This is no sugar added and it's sweetened with stevia. So let's give Lily a little bit of a taste. I'll put the total calories and macros of the day on the screen somewhere right now. I am super full, I'll tell you that. Oh man, that is good. Damn, that is good. The saltiness is very subtle, very rich, very creamy. Oh, this goes beautifully with the coffee. Now, I don't know about you, but I always find chocolate to be very filling. If I have a whole thing of this, I'm pretty satisfied. Whereas if I had like a pint of ice cream for 340 calories, I'm hungry immediately after I have it. Lily is definitely bringing all the boys to the art with this one. Thanks a lot, have a good one. Ooh, that's hot. Okay. So, would you rather wake up in the morning to Victoria's Secret model or donuts? Well, fortunately, there's no wrong answer, but there's certainly a right one. So with me, I have a couple of donuts, and these look like they had quite the rough upbringing, because look at these in the packages. Like, they look like they've been through quite a lot. So these are from Chatila. I like that name. Chatila's Bakery. So for both of them, it's 220 calories. And a Boston cream at Tim Hortons is 220 calories. So looks like I'm doubling my pleasure today. This is gonna be my pre-workout meal. I am training shoulders today. And as you guys know, donuts attribute to a magnificent vein swelling pump. What kind of thing is this? Look at this. Does not look like a donut at all. It looks like kind of one of those like cake things. Don't know, I had those as a kid, can't remember. I feel like I've wronged my mouth in some way. These are terrible, actually. Very like cakey. They kind of taste like stale cake. It's maybe just because I'm a huge lover of donuts. Like this is kind of making me emotional a little bit. The cream isn't really like kind of like dripping out like I love it to do. It's kind of just being like solidified in there. I'm gonna dissect it in my mouth a little bit. So as you guys can see, it's not really like a filling. It's kind of like a nougat thing that you find like in a Three Musketeer bar. If you get one of these things, expect it to taste like kind of like a cake. Or like a cupcake. No, nothing like a donut. Somehow, some of this stuff in here got into this stuff here. Baking sorcery. Looks like one of those like cheap hamburger buns from McDonald's. Very like biscuit-like. I'm gonna superset some coffee in to rescue this thing. There you go. The coffee, because it's hot, melts the inside, makes it taste instantly better. Okay. All right, so those donuts did not really fill me up at all, and I don't really want to go to the gym feeling hungry, so we're gonna continue to ride this sweet train with this cheesecake right here by the same person, by Chatila's Bakery. So this is time for redemption, Chatila. So this thing right here is 2 servings. Victoria, does this look like 2 servings to you?
Hell no.
No, yeah, not at all.
It looks like 1.
Yeah, for real, like seriously. So the whole entire thing is 120 calories. So 60 calories per serving. You're looking at 8 grams of protein for the whole thing, 12 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of fat. Now with cheesecake, I'm a traditionalist. You know, I like a just nice plain slab of New York cheesecake, but things are just getting pretty insane these days. Like Cheesecake Factory's making some pretty like crazy shit. Like next thing you know, there's probably gonna be like a Smurf cheesecake, and that stuff gives me anxiety. So this thing is still pretty frozen here. What are you making?
Eggs.
She's making eggs, avocado, and avocado toast, obviously.
Obviously.
I was thinking about doing a diet swap with Victoria or like a 48-hour fast. I think her diet would probably be just as catabolic.
You're not wrong.
Oh, this is good. Even though it's like extremely frozen. It tastes more like ice cream than cheesecake. It's not really giving me like that cream cheesiness that I love from cheesecake. And I'm missing that graham cracker crust. That's my favorite part about cheesecake. Really good though. Wow. You redeem yourself, Chatila. In terms of taste, I want to give it a 4. I am just missing that crust. It would get a 5 if it had the crust. Want to try a bite?
Not on camera.
All right, we can't have a bite. Okay guys, so we are back from the gym. The workout went really well. Even hurts to even hold up the camera now, jeez. But we are gonna be having spaghetti for lunch. Everyone loves spaghetti, like who does not? But it just has so many calories. So I have tried zucchini noodles, and zucchini noodles taste a lot like settling for a husband that's not very funny but has a lot of money, you know. You're content with where you are, but in the back of your mind, you're thinking about the other guy, right? So we're not having zucchini noodles. We're actually gonna be having these miracle noodles, which sounds a lot like erectile dysfunction medication. So this one here, so they are made out of cognac, I believe, which is kind of like a root or a plant. And I've had them before, but just plain, I have to dress them up on my own. But these ones that I'm having are already dressed up. So this one's a green curry one, and the other one I'm having is this like bolognese one, which I'm kind of worried to try, to be honest. They are both vegan, and they are both 160 calories. 8 grams of fat, 16 grams of carbs, and there's pretty much no protein in here. It says sub 1 gram protein per half thing, so pretty much getting no gains post-workout, but it's experimental. So the lunch took 60 seconds to make, so that's quite a recurring theme in my life right now. So let's see how these things look. Where the hell's the bolognese sauce? Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, so let's go with the green curry first. Green, yellow, pink, blue. I'm always excited to taste the rainbow. So visually looks like pet food, smells like pet food, but let's just get after it. I'm gonna close my eyes and see if it takes me to Thailand here. Oh no, we just took an emergency landing. Somewhere not in Thailand. Oh, that is not meant for human consumption. I feel like I'm being poisoned or something. What is this made out of? I feel like the only way that this could be good is if I was like 1 week out from a show, and at that point, anything edible is just something good. It has a sourness that's just extremely off-putting. I'm gonna continue to eat it though, but it does not taste remotely like curry. It's not fooling me right now. Okay, let's tag in this other one here. Visually, looks exactly the same. It's not really doing anything for me. They have this like sourness to it that just should not be in a noodle. Like I've had cat food before. I'm getting some of that. I'd say the best way to describe this thing is like it's kind of like a thrift market Chef Boyardee in a way. I love Chef Boyardee. It's very flavorful, but this is, I don't know what's happening here. The green curry one's way better. There's like ever so slightly the idea of green curry in this thing, but this thing, it's just all on its own. Okay, so very quickly before I head out, I'm still really hungry, so I'm gonna have a few little snacky poos, and I have these sugar-free butterscotch candies. So I aged 60 years the second I bought these things. So the serving size is 4 pieces, 50 calories, 0 fat, 16 grams of carbs, and then 16 grams of polyglycitol, no idea what that is, and 0 grams of protein. All right. I love me some butterscotch. Tastes like grandma. They don't really taste a lot like the butterscotch that you would think that they would taste like. Usually when things are like sweetened with like Splenda, it pretty much tastes the exact same as the actual thing with real sugar. But these taste like slightly compromised butterscotch candies. All right, let's move on to these little sugar-free gummy bears here. So what's left in a gummy bear if there's no sugar and no LSD? That is the question. So there's 2.5 servings in this, and per serving you're looking at 50 calories, 14 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of protein, 0 fat. They have the chewiness of an original gummy bear that I like. Really sweet. No sugar added, you serious? I'm gonna get all colors on deck. Let's have a nice inclusive gummy bear bite. There we go, so let's see which one steals the show here. Usually it's orange. Yeah, orange. A little green apple. What flavor is blue? Raspberry. Just hit some cherry. I didn't get any lemon. These are like legit gummy bears. Okay guys, so I had a really good workout yesterday. I felt really good. Knee was not hurting at all, but this morning when I woke up, I had a little tinkle in my knee. So right now I am going for an ice bath and hoping to achieve maximum pain relief. So this is a new ice bath here, because the last one that we went in, when did we do that ice bath?
That was last winter.
That was last winter. It got stolen, right? So then you got another ice bath, and then you got some chains attached, but then the chain got cut.
Yeah.
So there's like some serious like
ice
people
baths.
wanting some ice baths right now.
Do one drop on the ground.
Do you just run the gas station clean here or what? 3, 2, 1. My Apple Watch is doing some funky things right now. Shrinkage achieved.
You dunk your face in, it activates your vagus nerve, which makes you really super relaxed afterwards. So at the end of the 3 minutes,
All right,
you wanna do
we're activating the vagus nerve
Yeah.
very soon. Once you're in the ice bath for like long enough, you start to feel kind of hot, which is kind of weird. Ooh! Oh man, that wakes you up. Oh, oh yeah, that feels good. It's weird. Where I actually feel the pain is where I can feel right now. I might be the next one to steal this bath.
Yeah.
Okay, so for dinner tonight we have a fried rice with the cognac fried rice. So for lunch we had the noodles, which were terrible to say the least. So hopefully the rice version is a little bit better. So there is 3 servings in this, and it's 35 calories per serving, 0 fat, 8 carbs, and 0 grams of protein. There's like no protein in these things. So hopefully this tastes a lot better, and it smelled pretty horrific, let me tell you that. But I kind of jazzed it up a little bit with some eggs, 6 ounces of chicken, and then I made some sort of like a soy sauce, PB2 kind of a Asian sesame thing. So it smells really good now. It was crazy how much the ice bath has instantaneously made my knee feel a lot better. That's not bad at all. It's not remotely like rice. It just tastes like rice-shaped noodles. Damn, I put a lot of spice in there. Whew. I am super low on calories today. I think I'm at like 16 or 1500 for the day. Just goes to show you guys how much this stuff can fill you up, especially with all the fiber. And I feel like the artificial sweeteners make my stomach kind of hurt. So this might be my last meal of the day. I'm not too sure yet. I'm gonna give this for taste a 4 out of 5. It is really good. I think that was all me though. Like, not to brag or anything. It actually really wasn't that much rice. And I don't know how this is 3 servings. So like who are making these serving sizes? Like what is, like do normal people just eat like this much, or am I just some sort of freak of nature? Probably that. The noodles earlier, I left all the sauce on the plate. That's when you know I didn't like it, because I usually lick every last drop. So with this one, it's pretty good. Okay guys, so the current time is just a little after 10 o'clock at night, and my stomach is in a lot of pain. I cannot handle any more food, so I'm gonna wrap up the video here. So the total calories and macros will be on the screen right now for the day. So quite the aggressive deficit today, but that just means tomorrow I can just turn up the dial a little bit. So I don't really stress day-to-day calories, look at a weekly total. So I will put the rankings of the foods I ate for the past 2 days on the screen right now. So overall, the foods were good, and it just shows you guys that there is some pretty good low-calorie options out there. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.